Myself, Ankita Tiwari from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology from IT ICT department. I'm going to take a session from module 2, that is combinational circuits. The topic that we are going to cover is digital fundamentals. Now, with respect to digital fundamentals, we will be taking the topic that we are going to cover the serial adders and ALU. ALU is arithmetic logic unit. Okay, now first of all we'll start with the first topic, that is serial adders. Now serial adder, that is serial binary adder. Now adder means addition of two numbers. So here serially added means 1 by 1 bit which is carry forwarded serially, not parallelly, means every bit is dependent on the other bit position. So serial binary adder is a combinational logic circuit that performs the addition of two binary numbers in a serial form, serially. Now the serial binary adder performs bit by bit addition. That means one bit will be done, then and only then the other that will be carried forward to the next, where the other will be done, the same thing. So two shift registers are being used in order to store the binary numbers that we need to add it. Now in serial adders, a single full adder is used. That means we are using only a single full adder, which is used to add one pair of bits at a particular time with the carry. That means parallel here there is no concept. That means first bit will be applied, then in that full adder, the same full adder, we will be applying the second bit and we'll get the sum and carry. Same thing, third bit will be applied, same thing, fourth bit, if it is a 4 bit. If it is a 8 bit, the same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8. So in serially, the concept of time delay is very much being taken it, because there is a very big time delay, because every value has to wait for the another value to complete it. So the carry output from the full adder is applied to the flip-flop. Now which flip-flop? That you can take any of the bit. Here we have taken example of D flip-flop. So here you can use any of the SR flip-flop, JK flip-flop, T flip-flop, D flip-flop. Basically in registers we are using always D flip-flop because it contains two values, that is positive and D, and D bar, that is negative value also. So after that output is being used for as a carry for the next significant bits. Now the sum bit from the output of the full adder can be transferred to the third shift register in order to check whether the output is been done or not. So here the serial adder, as you can see from the diagram depicts first of all the two registers, shift register A, shift register B, which is applied to the two of the inputs X and Y, as you can see in the full adder. As in the whole circuit we will be using only one full adder. Okay, so as you can see we are having only one full adder where X and Y two inputs are taken. Which inputs? So that the two inputs that we are taking it, that is shift register A and shift register B. So at a particular time we will give only one value of X and Y, which is in the form of A and B. So here serial input A and serial input B. Clock is applied common or to the both of the shift registers in order to handle the situation of getting the output. And if it is applied with respect to clock, we need to clear also the content, because we are carry forwarding and we are using it the same circuit. So that means if one bit addition is being done, that means we'll get sum and carry, that we need to store at another position and we need to clear that value, and we have to input the another value in order to add it and then carry forward to the next value. So here the operation of clear matters a lot. That means we have to clear the content when one bit is being done, and we have to transfer that bit, then and only then we can clear it. So first of all the clock will be done and we'll get the circuit, will perform the circuit, we'll get X and Y, we'll get sum and carry. See, sum which is being taken carry forwarded to the A itself, that means it is stored, and carry which is carry forward to the D input, it is stored, because it should be applied another time to the Z value. So see, as you can see from there, Z is to the value Z is being transferred. Now carry is being cleared also, because it should be cleared for the next value. So for that the clear input is being taken in that circuit itself, and clear is being applied with the two inputs of the propagation and carry value itself that we have already done, that is carry propagator and carry generation. So with the concept of carry generated and carry, here the two values X and Y, 1 1, that will be taken to the circuit, and clear value will be activated whenever it is required. Okay, and the carry forward, when it is stored, it will be taken back to the Z position, and the addition will be done with respect to x, y, two inputs and carry, that is z. The same thing we will continue, then s will be stored and the same thing will be carried forward for the clear operation. Same thing will happen for each and every bit value which is stored into the system and with respect to the bits which we are using it. So this is what the concept of serial adders is. Serial adders basically is used to add numbers serially. Okay, so this is what serial adders are. Now the next topic that we are going to cover in this session is arithmetic logic unit. Now arithmetic logic unit means it is a circuit that combines arithmetic operation, logical operations, shift operations that we are going to do in our system. So it is a unit basically which includes the arithmetic that is capable of performing logical operation, that is and or XOR, inverter, addition operation, that is addition, subtraction, shift operations also. We have not shown here, but we can perform that too here. Okay, so control unit supplies the data required by the ALU from the memory, because data is being stored in memory and it is applied from the memory into the system in order to get the result. Okay, so that will direct to the ALU to perform a specific operation based on the instruction fetched from the memory. So ALU is the calculator, which you can see from your system itself, of the computer itself, you can see that, and which works like that only. So its unit is being done into the system. How it works, that we are going to study. So here ALU, the circuit, as you can see here, we are having integer operand 1, integer operand 2, because 2 bits are minimum required, and we are having a status register which will show what is the status of it. That means it is a negative number, positive number, where the answer is 0, or it is out of the bound, means overflow has been occurred. That means this will give the status conditions. With respect to opcode, opcode means the operation that you are going to perform in the operation in the system. So it will be addition, addition will have some code, subtraction will have some code, because it's a system and understands only code value, that means 0, 1 value. So every operation is being stored in the form of table, in the form of codes. So that will be applied and we'll get the result in the y value, which is the result, that is integer result. Now this will work with respect to some component. So it's a major component of the central processing unit, we can say that, ALU, and it does all the processes related to the arithmetic and logic operations that we need to calculate it, that we need to do it into the system. So here this is the basic diagram, logical diagram, which is there in your system, and I'm going to explain this with an example. Suppose you are having first circuit, as you can see, one stage of arithmetic circuit, the another one stage of logic circuit. The same thing we are having for shift also, but here we have shown only two things. And in order to perform from these two operations, because see, at a particular time in the system, only one operation can be handled. That means whether it will be addition, subtraction, that is arithmetic, or whether it will be a logical. So at a particular time, only one operation happens into the system. So we need to control it, whether it will be arithmetic, whether it will be logic. So to control that, we are using 2 cross 1 mux. Mux is multiplexer which will select which operation to occur, because it will give result only one. That means it will select from these two operations which will happen. So here that output will be selected from this arithmetic or logical. Now this arithmetic will include the two of the values, that is a of I, b of I. Now a of I and b of I are the inputs. So who will redirect, means who will direct it, which value to occur. So that is S0 and S1. So these two are the selection lines which will select which operation to occur, addition, subtraction, which one. Okay, and that will be taken in the one stage of logic also, because we are taking the same values a of I and b of, because it is a common circuit. So both inputs values will remain same, that is name will remain same. So ai, bi, same thing we have taken in the next value also, and stage of logic also. There we have used S0 and S1, and here we are using the concept of C of I, which is being carried, which is being taken in the arithmetic, which is not required in the logical circuit. So we have taken one bit as Cin and another bit of C1. Okay, now the same thing will get the output in first value as a C of I plus 1, where in arithmetic it is required, in logical it is not required. So it is taken as a separate bit. Okay, now one bit has been taken for the 2 cross 1 multiplexer, and the one stage of logic will be in the next. Now from these two, the selection line will select of the third multiplexer, which will be selected, and that will be done by here S2 value. So S2 is given directly into the multiplexer, last multiplexer, and we'll get the output as G of I. So this is the actual working of arithmetic logic unit, which has been there into your system, which will handle the two operations. So we can say that ALU is also known as integer unit, where arithmetic logic unit is a part of the CPU that handles all the calculations of the CPU that it needs. So most of these operations are logical in nature. So depending on how the ALU is designed, it makes the CPU more powerful, because it will define each and every operation, which will require more energy, more heat. So therefore, there must be a balance between how powerful and the complex ALU is and how expensive the whole unit becomes. So this is why the faster CPUs are more expensive, because it takes more power, more dissipate to generate that heat. So it will require that things. And so we can say that different categories of operations which are handled in ALU are as follows. The first category is logical, as and or not, gate, and these things. Bit shifting, that is shift right, shift left, circular shift right, circular shift left. So these buttons shifting the bits by left shift or right shift. And the third is arithmetic operations, that is addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, and many more. So this is what arithmetic logic shift unit is, which is a combination, which is a circuit which combines all the calculation, all the values, all the operations in one circuit, and where we are having selection lines in order to control that whole circuit in order to get the output. So this is what we have done in this session, that is ALU and serial headers. Thank you.